Okay guys, so here we have two beautiful cameras. We have a GoPro Hero 5 Black on the left, and we have this competitor that's interestingly priced at $40 called the Click. Yeah, it's Click 4K. And it actually shoots in 4K shooting at 30 frames per second. And honestly, the video quality isn't as great as GoPro, as you guys will see in a little bit. However, it's still a decent competitor to look at if you're budget minded, okay? When starting out for video logging, typically I always recommend that you start out with your iPhone or a Samsung phone because they are perfect. You get such great quality and it works beautifully. However, if you have an impulse to want to do 4K shooting, well, get an iPhone SE for $159. You can do 4K on it at 30 frames per second and it looks pretty decent too. But if you still want that action cam style, but you can't afford a GoPro, well, then you have this as your option. The Click 4K. And through this video, I'm going to explain why, honestly, you may want to hold off on this purchase. Because it's really not that great of a camera and the audio on it is horrendously bad. But we're going to get to all that later. But first, let's take a look back at why and how we got here. Alright, so this is where we're going to start. This is the JVC Evria. It was a pretty cool little camera for its time. Now the reason why I wanted to start out with this camera is way before Kurt's Family Travels was actually started. We tried actually using this camera. Honestly, it didn't work so well. It was actually pretty cheap at its time. It was only around $200 or less, like $149 or something like that. And the video quality on it wasn't really good. It was standard quality, so 720. Now, the reason why I'm starting out with this is because it was a budget recorder. It wasn't expensive like Sony's that could do 1080, but it wasn't super cheap like your $100 and less counterparts. It was actually pretty decent, except for a few scraggling issues, okay? Like the video quality wasn't that great, but it still worked pretty good. After a while, I kind of got tired of it because the picture quality on it was horrendously bad. Like 3 megapixel, and it reminded me of like stuff from way back when Lily was born. So I wanted to upgrade, and I wasn't sure what to get. So I actually came across something one day. I came across this. It's a Sony CyberShot G series. And boy, this sucker was amazing when I got it. It had GPS capability, it could do 1080 recording, it took amazing pictures, and it was pretty darn rugged too. And as you can see, like the screen even took a little beating at some point. And at 18.2 megapixel, the HX20 was amazing with the high quality lens. And this sucker, it cost me $300, I think it was. But it was so worth it. And in fact, our first video series, when we went up to St. Augustine the very first time and it poured down and everything, yeah, it was during the Hurricane Matthew time, and we actually stayed over at Perry's Beachside Resort. We actually used this very camera. And I loved it so much. So much that I actually went out when I got back. I got a job at Target, made some good money, and then I started to put something aside, and I was saying, hey, why not start up YouTube? YouTube is pretty cool. So after starting YouTube for a while, we decided, let's go ahead and invest some money into equipment. While we haven't like turned any money from like advertising revenue or anything, we thought, well, maybe if we invested better in equipment, that we could go ahead and start creating some cooler looking videos. So, one day I was over at Best Buy and I found a couple of cameras. One was an A6000 by Sony, and it was a mirrorless camera, and also a T6i. They look so awesome, but they were also expensive. And I saw they had quite a lot more advantages over like point and shoots. However, I did find this one point and shoot that I fell in love with. This, my friends, is the DSC HX80, and it's a superb point and shoot. It has a flip up screen for video logging, which is really cool. It does 1080 at 60 FPS. Flip up electronic viewfinder where you can pull it out. Flip up for the flash too, where that you can also tilt it back and everything to get certain effects. And this camera worked pretty darn good. However, it had some limits. One, it wasn't that great when it came to audio quality because of the speaker, well actually the microphone I mean. But other than that, it did superb and took great pictures. And this little bugger here was $299 compared to like your T6i, which is like $799, and also your mirrorless A6000 like $648. It was a pretty darn good bargain for 300 bucks. So I went ahead and picked up one, and we went to, what was it called? The Art of Animation Resort. Yep, that's it. For Lily's birthday, and this is the primary camera that I used. And it did superb. Between this and GoPro, I loved it. However, I just wasn't getting the audio quality I really wanted. So, I decided to keep it, and I went out and I bought a T6i later. And I love my T6i, but I also love this little beauty, because there's certain situations where you can use this little sucker but not a big bulky T6i. So that's where we're going to get to the point now. Okay, so here's the point. You came to a video for the Click 4K or to see more about the GoPro Hero 5 Black Series. The GoPro Hero 5 Black, amazing camera. However, it is expensive. The Click 4K, pretty okay video, not good on audio, and it's very difficult to manage to deal with. Let's see what we can do here. Okay, so we're booting it up right now. As you can see, the screen is pretty washed out. So, to push down means that I can change the setting on what I want it to do. In theory, however, that doesn't work. Pressing up gives you the Wi-Fi option, which is cool. But honestly, if you're out in the field and you're trying to get this to change over, yeah, it's not exactly easy to use. It's pretty difficult and pretty much a pain in the butt. So the point in why I showed you all those cameras was, if you want your ultimate goal to be a GoPro Hero, save your money. Do not buy these generic knockoffs. The only one I recommend that you can buy as an alternative would be, let's just say, a Sony, the FD-R something. That's a pretty good little action cam. But this here, it's not even waterproof, and then you gotta also put the stupid casing on it, and that makes the sound quality even worse. GoPro Hero, automatically waterproof right out of the box. And I love it. Alright, so let's go ahead and let's get into some test footage now. Okay, so here we are inside the Land Pavilion. And this is Tiffany. Okay. Say hi. Alright, so in conclusion, save your money, don't buy cheap knockoffs. Get a GoPro if you want. If you're starting out and you want a GoPro, get the Hero Session 1080 or the Hero Session 4K. They work amazing. And then if you want, you can step up and get the 4K alternative for the Hero 5 Black. The Hero 6... Well, Ryan, why aren't you recommending that one? It's $500! Please, don't do it yet. Wait for them to fix the bugs. I've heard other reviewers say that it's not that great. So please, just, if you want a GoPro, get a Hero 5 Black. If you want to go all the way. Don't get the Hero 6 yet. I know it's weird. The guy that sells electronics for a living is telling you to get the previous model. But they need to work out some bugs. And then once they do, it'll be a fabulous product. I guarantee it. Because the electronic stabilization on it is amazing. But the audio quality still isn't there. GoPro, come on guys. The Hero 5 Black we knew wasn't that great, but you could have improved on it. So, I'll see you guys next time. Like and subscribe. Comment for more suggestions on what to do next. Tiffany, I love you, baby girl. And she did pretty good on the video for the GoPro. But I'm going to have her do more actual photography. She loves doing picture taking, so I think that's where we're going to have her go more. And I'm going to take back over video. We'll see how today's video went with the GoPro footage. I have a feeling she did pretty decent. Alright guys, love every single one of you. Thanks for watching. And yeah, actually right now I'm up in the bedroom doing this video. So yeah, if you see it right there, you can see the flash right there. Pretty cool. Yeah, like around, I got like some different DC stuff. Alright, so have a good one and love you guys. Bye.